My name is Marcus Harris. I'm a Chicago-based software and intellectual property attorney. Since 1999, I've focused my practice on drafting and negotiating ERP-related contracts and litigating failed ERP implementations in courts across the country. Prior to forming my own practice, I worked in the legal departments of SAP and Infor. I understand how software vendors operate, and I understand what it takes to sue software vendors for failed ERP implementations. One of the causes of action we typically bring against a software vendor for a failed implementation is a claim for breach of the duty of good faith and fair dealing. And one of the strategic reasons we do that is that software vendor contracts are typically onerous and contain one-sided provisions that make it difficult to sue that software vendor for a breach of contract. Under a cause of action for a breach of the duty of good faith and fair dealing, we do not need to establish that the software vendor breached an express provision of that contract. Instead, we need to show that the vendor acted in a way so as to deprive the customer of the benefits of that contract. And while that sounds relatively straightforward, it's actually quite complicated. One of the ways we go about establishing a claim for a breach of the duty of good faith and fair dealing is by hiring a third-party software selection or implementation expert who will review documentation from the sales cycle and will review documentation from the implementation itself and help us make a determination as to the viability of moving forward with a lawsuit that asserts a cause of action for breach of the duty of good faith and fair dealing. Should you have any questions about any of the issues in this video or any of our other videos, please feel free to give our office a call at 312-263-0570. Thank you.